It's your boy Kari here, back again with another video. So we already got the good part of my relationship out the way. It's time for what y'all all been waiting for now, you know? We're gonna have to talk about why me and my girlfriend broke up. I'm gonna give some good things about her. I'm gonna give some bad things that kind of led to our breakup in this video. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned to this one for the show. Let me start by saying in a humble way, yeah, I know I could get my girl back probably if I really tried, you know, if I really pursued it, but it's not something I really wanna do, you know? I'm kind of just, I have no intention to do that. I'm happy with the fact that we broke up. I kind of just wanna go to the next and move on. And I do believe that things happen for a reason, and we have things in life that shape us. As the tectonic plates shape the world, I feel that this breakup happened truly so that I could pursue some other things in life that would never have been possible within that relationship. Now, what everyone wants to know, why did we break up? Let me start with the good of my now ex-girlfriend. She was independent, hardworking, beautiful woman. She cared a lot about me. Many times, you know, she cried over stuff that I did, which we'll get into. One specific occurrence of that. We traveled not the entire world, but we certainly traveled around Colombia together and South America together, which was awesome. We both had a passion for it. Now the bad, guys. There were times where I would be with my ex-girlfriend and it was weird to me, but I just wanted to kind of be alone or go do something else or get away from her. I don't know if this happens to other people, but when you with somebody all the time, you find yourself kind of just wanting to be alone sometimes. And it was very hard for me to find a nice way of saying that to her. And it's probably true for her too, that maybe at times she wanted her own space, you know? It's one of those things that you have to manage in a relationship. Now, that being said, my girlfriend was not a partying type of girlfriend. She hardly would drink. She certainly didn't smoke or do any drugs or anything like that. But yeah, even if we went out to dinner, she might get one cocktail and drink half of it. Going to the club was a rare occurrence. I think we went out to the club like maybe once or twice in the whole year. You know, she just wasn't that type of girl. She was a very chill girl. That party thing was just not her thing. And sometimes, to be honest, I wanted to go out. I wanted to hit the club. I live in Medellin. They have some of the best clubs for reggaeton and stuff like that, or even salsa. Like, I never even danced salsa with her. She just wasn't like a big dancer and stuff. So I felt like that was kind of weak, you know? I just felt like, you know, I didn't like that, you know? That's one of the sexiest things about Colombian women is like when you dance with them and all that. When we went out in Bogota for my birthday, that was the only time, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would have liked someone that had a little bit more passion for dance and going out and stuff like that. Okay, another big thing. I don't know if you guys know this. It's pretty well documented that Colombian women or Latin women in general are super, super possessive. They don't like you going out with other women. They don't like to see you around other women. They don't like to see anything to do with other women. And my girl was the worst with that. She would frequently say, "You're mine and no one else's." In Spanish, it would be like, "Tú eres mío y yo no comparto." That was her favorite thing to tell me. While it's cute and all, and I don't expect her to share me if we're in a real relationship, she would take it to the extreme sometimes. Like, I pretty much wasn't allowed to see other women, even when I did it for like YouTube or stuff. She would definitely question me and drive a wedge between us, you know, because of those types of things. Even when I wasn't doing nothing with these women, I was just doing, you know, content or, you know, that type of stuff, or just friends or people, like girls at the gym or like whatever. Like, she just wasn't cool with it. She snapped on that a few times. So that was a big thing that led to our breakup, because she finally got to the point where she told me, like, she's like, "I have to let you see other women because I can't keep thinking you're mine and being, you know, and you make me feel like you're not," and stuff like that. So that was a big thing, and that kind of really started the breakup this time. Now, we have broken up before. I mean, we broke up maybe for like a few weeks, you know, months ago for kind of a different reason. But this isn't the first time that we kind of hit a bump in the road, so to speak. I cannot make content with other female content creators without her getting mad. There are videos that I can't even put out. She was a little bit older than me, and I think that played a part in it. I think maybe if I had caught her at a little bit bit of a younger age, you know, things may have been different. The reason I say that is because she was kind of pressuring me to have a kid and, you know, to get more serious with the relationship, maybe get married and that type of thing. She was pressuring me more about the kid thing than marriage, because she would often just talk about how at the age of 31, and she'll be 32 very soon, you know, she didn't have a long time on her biological clock, so to speak. So having a kid within the next, I don't know when women become a high-risk pregnancy, at exactly what age is probably different for every woman, but I know after 40 and especially after 35, it gets more challenging. So I think she felt a little bit of pressure to you know, take that step in her life and start a family and have a kid and whatnot. Now, I would have been cool with it. Like, I'm not someone that's running away from having a kid or something. Like, you know, it comes a time in life where, you know, it's that time. So, you know, I told her several times I would be willing to do that, and I would like to do that, actually. I wanted to do it too. But over the year that we kind of dated, my answer changed from time to time, and that's what she really spoke to when we broke up this time. She's like, you know, I know you said you would do it and you wanted to do it this time, and then another time she asked me and I said, I don't know, it's like a lot going on right now, because, and I feel like if you ask somebody that type of question all the time, you know, throughout a year, their answer might change because there's different things going on throughout the year and it makes you think differently. So the reason that my answer changed a little bit on that is because I got to seeing Colombia a little bit differently. I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth about some things that go on in Medellin nowadays. Price gouging, just the gringo exploitation that goes on here. Probably just was going through some situations, like, for example, I was trying to get an apartment in a certain part of town, and I run into all these issues, and, you know, I provide what they asked me to provide and they still are telling me no. Or I get pissed off at, like, this person, I gave them my jacket to wash at a laundromat, not at a laundromat, but at a cleaners, a real professional cleaners, and they just messed the jacket up, stained it all up, and they wouldn't do anything to fix it. I was pissed. It was like a $400 jacket. I couldn't do anything because it's Colombia. I mean, there's no, you know, it's like they just don't care. So, like, these types of situations get me to the point where I just be like, if I'm in the middle of it, you know, it's hard for me to, like, be thinking about having a kid and stuff. I'm kind of mad at the world, so to speak, when I go through these situations. And so that probably led me to tell her, like, oh, maybe not right now, or, you know, I don't know, type of thing, versus, yeah, let's do it. So it is what it is. But yeah, she's, like I said, she's a little bit older than me. She's a little bit more mature in that, right? So I think women mature a little faster than men anyway. So it doesn't shock me that she wanted to have a kid. Another thing that kind of messed us up was I had a lot of dreams, and I would tell her about it. Like, I want to, like, ride my Moto around, you know, the different countries in South America type of thing. And when I told her about that type of stuff, she wasn't excited about it. She kind of was like, I don't know, it just felt like she didn't really want me to do it, you know? And so I felt like I was telling her a lot about the dreams and stuff I want to do, and it was stuff that really wouldn't work well, or it would be hard to bring her along, you know? And I think I even told her, like, for some of the stuff, it's better for me to do it alone. Like, you know, we had those real conversations like that where I would tell her, like, yeah, I want to explore this thing. Like, when I went to Brazil, like, obviously I'm not taking her with me, but I could have. I mean, yeah, I mean, it just wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to explore Brazil as, you know, solo with the homies. So I don't think she liked that. And then obviously I don't think she down to ride around South America on a motorcycle with me. So it's just certain stuff that I wanted to do that she wasn't really vibing with, you know. And she was probably wondering, like, how do I fit into this picture, you know, with this dude? You know, I love him, but he's got a lot of things that he wants to do differently than what I want to do, you know. Like, I really think she just wants to start a family, keep her business, and grow her business, and kind of just settle down out here, start a life like that with the kids and whatnot in Medellin. So I'm not there yet. I might be there sometime soon in the future, but I still want to be able to hop on a plane and go to another continent, you know, and just do my thing. Like, so it's hard to really lock in with somebody that is being serious with you when you still want to maintain that freedom. Let's get into a situation that happened when we were in Peru that really kind of changed our relationship. And I hate to even talk about it because it's so stupid. Like, I can't believe like we actually fought about this. Like, it was just immature stupidity, whatever you want to call it. And I actually have footage of, like, I was recording when it happened. So anyway, on my birthday, we went to Machu Picchu. We came back to the hotel, and she had, you know, the hotel staff like prepare the room for me with balloons and whatnot. And she had a gift for me, right? Mind you, I had told her, like, yeah, I want this speaker. It's a Bose speaker, you know. It was a limited edition one, a red one. Now, they make other colors. And the limited edition red one, you know, I had seen it in the mall here in El Tesoro, in the Medellin. And so, you know, and I told her, oh, that would be a nice thing to get for my birthday. Hint, hint, you know. And anyway, I guess she went back to get it. They had sold out the red one. So she got the blue one, and she gave it to me on my birthday. I opened it up, I looked at it, and I was just like disappointed because I wanted the red one. I didn't even want the thing until I seen the red one. And it's just so childish, it's just so stupid, but like that hurt her a lot. Like, sometimes I could be so foolish and you know, over something so stupid and not realize that I'm actually hurting someone's feelings. And I believe that's what happened. After that whole thing, you know, she explained that it was sold out or whatever, but I just had like that attitude, I guess, or whatever. I was just like, I don't know, like, damn, like, I really want the red joint. Anyway, this is where it got crazy though. I went to go take a shower, and when I got out of the shower, I was like, you know, looking through my gifts that she got me, because she got me some other stuff too. And I noticed that the speaker was there. I'm like, yo, where is it at? And she's like, yeah, I just gave it to one of the guys in the hotel, like a worker. She's like, you didn't want it, so I gave it away. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt disrespected. Put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? You know, if someone gave away your birthday present on your birthday, like, you know, in that situation, there was almost no coming back for a while. Like, we turned it around, but man, that was a dark moment for us. We were both just angry. I didn't say I didn't want it. I never said I didn't want it, but I just said, like, that's not the one I wanted necessarily, you know, but I'll take it, whatever. Like, but like with an attitude, rightfully so. Like, anyway, she gave it away to some random dude in the hotel, like a Bose portable speaker. And man, we just like, I don't know, man. It was on my birthday, big milestone birthday. And I was just like so fucking mad, bro. Like, I was so mad. And we just couldn't even like talk that night. Like, it was just, we both had this super attitude like with each other. It was just horrible. And then we went to, you know, my birthday dinner there. It was just a horrible dinner. After following the best day of my life, probably, like going to Machu Picchu was the most fun day. So the way that it followed with that kind of birthday gift situation and then dinner was just whack. But we ended up making up that night, whatever, you know. And the next day we worked it out. She took me out to dinner when we got to Bogota. One of the nicest dinners I've ever been to. She paid for everything, apologized, and yeah, but I noticed something about her. Like, she's very impulsive and very like emotional. Like, she gets like emotional about stuff really, and she can lose her train of thought. She can like lose her right way of thinking, you know, when she gets emotional like that. So that's what happened there, you know. We worked past it. It wasn't really a thing that drove us to break up, but it was just like the one situation where I felt like it kind of changed us a little bit. Like, I just wish that never happened. I wish I would have just been like, thank you for getting it for me. Like, who cares about the color thing? She ended up giving me the money to buy it, the red one that I really wanted in the United States, after she did throw or give away the blue one. So, you know, she fixed it, but like she fought me on it for a while. Like, I don't know, it was just like, she didn't want to give me the money necessarily. Like, for a while, like, I don't know, like, but she came to her senses and did it. But it's just so stupid, man. Like, I hate to even bring that up, like, because as adults we should have been able to like work that out, and it shouldn't have been such a big deal. But you know, it is what it is. At the end of it all, I just couldn't do it no more with her. Like, it was just stuff that we both had, that we both did wrong, and we were always reacting to each other in a sense, like, you did something, so I react this way, and you react this way, and it was just like a ping pong back and forth of just reaction to bad stuff. And after a while doing that with somebody, you develop a bad taste in your mouth. It's just hard to get back on track, and that's what happened. You know, the last time I seen her, it didn't end necessarily that bad. I mean, I went over to her house to pick up my stuff. I stayed, we talked for a while, and then we hooked up, and we started kissing. I ended up staying the night there, but you know, she told me while we were in bed, like, I wanted to talk to some other people and stuff, and I'm like, okay, like, I guess, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Like, at this point, we already been slated to break up for a while, so, you know, let's just do it and kind of move past it. Like, I'm not trying to keep going back and forth with you. If you do that, just know, like, I'm outie. Kari is, I'm all the way out there now. So that's really what it was, you know. I'm glad we ended it with one last night together, like a good night. And we'll always have some good memories. You know, we were looking through our old pics together, and she was showing me, you know, her favorite pics with me and this and that. Yeah, and just talking about all the things that I changed her. Like, she told me that I made her a better person in a lot of ways, that she used to be very shy, very scared of what people thought, and she, you know, learned from me that, you know, F people, what people think, like, it don't really matter so much. So that's a good thing, you know. You know, she said she would do some things different in her next relationship and things. So, you know, best of luck to her. I hope that, you know, things go well for her. You know, it hurts to think about her being with someone else, but, you know, I'm damn sure gonna be with someone else too. So it's just a part of life, guys. And actually, I just met this nice young lady at the mall yesterday at the food court. Crazy, man. I was like a little bit down thinking about Shirley, and then I look up, and then it's like this girl walking towards me, and she just ordered food from the same place I went. Yeah, like, I looked, and then she was looking at me like eye contact. So I was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey, do you want to like share?" In Spanish, of course, like, "You want to share our table?" She was like, I was at one table, she was at like the one next to me. I don't know, when a girl comes and gets her food and then like sits close to you, it's like, you kind of gotta talk to them, right? She was like, "Come to my table." I was like, "Okay, fine." All I needed was an invitation. And yeah, we talked. She's like half a year younger than me, lives with her grandma. And then she was telling me like she just broke up with her boyfriend. I was just like, damn, like, that's crazy. Like, we both just broke up with our exes, and like, we was running into each other. It's perfect. So God works in mysterious ways sometimes. You just never know what's around the corner, man. I hope the best for my ex. I'm not gonna share her name, but hey, if you're watching, best to you. You're a great person. No hard feelings. You know, I know you're gonna be successful in whatever you do. I'll see you where I see you. But wait. There's a big twist at the end of this story. As you may or may not know, I headed to Cali a few days after the breakup, and I just got a text from my ex, the infamous Hola. So don't really know if it's over or what, you know. I know we both miss each other, but let's just see where it goes from here. With that, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's your boy Kari.𝐤𝐤. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing a lot of good content coming up. So yeah, guys, I appreciate all the love and support. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.